Hi, this is Nikki Rogers coming to you from Union College's beautiful Jackson Garden in Schenectady, New York, upstate. A gentle grounding practice today, taking the hand to the belly and the other hand to the chest. Just begin to feel your breath moving. As your shoulders and elbows relax, feel your feet grounded beneath you, your legs strong. The middle is relaxed, spine is tall. Releasing the hands, gently shaking the arms, and inhale up. Palms together, and floating down, swan dive, leading with the chest, hinging at the hips. Let the back of the neck get nice and long, and just swing the head here a few times. Dipping into the knees, inhale, sweeping the arms back up, palms coming together, and exhale, releasing forward, hinging at the hips again, releasing the back of the neck, and gently swing the head. Bending into the knees, we'll sweep up again, inhaling, palms come together, and then exhale, floating down. Swing the head gently, letting the neck fully relax. Inhale, we'll sweep up, palms connect, and come on down through to your heart center. Taking a moment to breathe here and releasing the hands. Rolling the shoulders, we're going to come up to the ears and roll back. A few shoulder rolls here. Finding that rotation, that movement, loosening up, noticing any sensations, openness or tightness. And then we'll come on forward, reversing that rotation. So it's about 4 today, I believe is the magic number. Just turning to the side to demonstrate for you that we'll push the hips gently back before we drop into the knees. Inhaling, you're coming into cow posture, and exhale, you're rounding into cat. Inhaling and exhaling. So about 4 rounds of cat-cow here. We're doing standing cat and cow. Really flexing the spine up and down, stretching through the neck, lifting the chin. And then we'll roll the spine back up to standing, rolling the shoulders as well. Come on up to the top of your mat. Hands to the hips. And we will inhale, floating that right knee up and then stepping back. Again, always your comfort is important here. Lining up that knee over the front ankle and pressing down through the outer edge of the back foot. Lifting through the pelvic floor, zipping the lower belly up, and pressing the navel back. Hips maybe rotating to square front. And inhale, arms up, warrior one. Inhaling, opening up, and exhaling, releasing. Beautiful point in your practice to think about things you want to invite into your life this springtime, and then exhale, releasing things that you need to make space for the things that you do want. So intentional inhale and exhale, releasing. Palms are going to turn to the front, and then your left arm will come down in front of you as your right arm floats back, warrior two. Again, checking in through the feet, strength through the legs and core, breathing, really nourishing those tissues that are supporting you in the lower body, and opening up. Flipping that front palm up and floating back, finding space in the side ribs, strength again through the legs, and lift through the spine. Always moving the breath. Coming back down to warrior two. We're going to straighten that front knee. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, you're gliding back. So we'll do this a few times. Just finding our range of motion here. And then we'll reach as far as we can forward before tipping down to find triangle pose. Here you can rest a hand on that shin or even up on the thigh. So always finding the space that's comfortable for you. Head can be oriented in whatever direction is most comfortable for you as well. Really breathing into the side of the ribs, feeling the strength through the body. Sweeping that right hand down and left hand. We're inside of the left foot and then framing the foot or reaching up to rest onto the thigh. Rotating toward the knee and lifting that arm up toward the sky, or you could even have the hand on the hip here. Framing the foot again. Coming up onto the ball, the back foot. Inhale as you come up. And then maybe you tip up and lift with that foot. Foot could also stay down, bending the knee and then stepping together. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, rolling up. Shoulders roll as well. So since we took that series on the one side, we will proceed over to the other side, just taking a moment to shake loose, feeling the joy of movement, gratitude for our body, that we can have a beautiful yoga practice today. Taking your time to line your feet up, feeling strong through the legs, lifted through the chest. Inhale, hands to hips. Inhale, left knee floats up, steps back. Find your own angle there. Being sure that the knee is above the ankle, lifting through the core. Inhale. Hips square front if that feels right in your body. Inhale, floating the arms up, warrior one. Press the shoulders down, and then float the arms out as you inhale, in as you exhale. Releasing and inviting. Pausing here to flip the palms forward. Here the right hand will float forward as the left floats back. Really reaching out from the shoulder joint, the elbows, wrists, and fingers, really stretching and spreading there. Looking strong through the legs, lifted through the core. Flowing the breath. Front palm floats up and back. Continuing to move the breath. Finding any adjustments that feel good for you. So if the hand on the hip is better for you here, feel free to move your body in that way. Floating back down to warrior two. Straightening through the front knee. Inhale, gliding forward. And exhale, gliding back. Connecting the breath with the movement is one of the cornerstones of Hatha Yoga. Allowing the breath to fuel you. Tipping down, find triangle pose. Hand placement is completely your choice. Hand on hip is good as well. So as you repeat this practice, you'll find the place that you want to land and go directly to it to hold your posture. I'm just showing you here the variations. Sweeping the arm down, framing the foot, finding that high lunge, and then bringing that other arm up to rotate. Moving the breath all the while you're holding the posture, and then exhale, sweeping down. Taking that high lunge again, and maybe finding a lift through the back leg. Igniting that glute muscle is really helpful, as well as engaging the core. So just an option for you there. Continuing to move the breath, relaxed through the face, and then bringing the knee in to step together, releasing the head, little roll there, and then inhale, you're rolling all the way up, including the shoulders. Finding a wide-legged stance here, hands coming to the hips. Inhale, get nice and long through the spine, and then we'll hinge forward, leading with the chest. Letting the chin move toward the chest. And when you find the place that you feel comfortable, you can either dip into the knees or keep the legs straightened, releasing the hands down. Finding your one hand underneath your head, rotate to open and twist toward the sky. Hand on hip is always an option when we're doing these rotations and twists. Releasing that hand down. Recenter on the other side. Inhale, sweep up. Keeping the breath moving while you're holding the pose. Feeling your strength through your legs and dropping your weight into the heels for stabilization. Sweeping down, palms to thighs. Inhale, drop down, and then roll the spine up. Inhaling up and out to goddess posture, and then dropping down to the knees. Floating up, palms come together. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, palms together. Again, always take this to the degree to which it is good and helpful to your body. Heel toe or walk the feet in. Finding mountain pose. And then releasing down, however works best in your body. We're going to come down onto our bottom here, placing the palms behind the thighs. Inhale, tall. Exhale, roll the spine gently and come up onto the heels. Rotating that left ankle around as you're lifting that left leg. Being sure that you rotate in both directions. Keeping the breath moving, engaging the core. Come on back up to a tall spine and exhale. Roll back. Palms can come out here. They could also be resting behind you, bracing you. We've got both feet up, so this is a modified boat pose. 1 foot up, I'm sorry. Inhaling, roll up again. Exhaling, roll back. Here we go. Both feet. So 3 variations of how you could have your hands out to the side, bracing behind the thighs, or bracing behind you. Coming back up. Here we'll just make sure there's enough room for us to inhale, lift, and then we're going to exhale, roll the spine down. Inhale, roll up. So just flexing through the spine a couple of times. Beautiful. Exhaling there. Inhale, lifting. And here we'll roll all the way back, hugging the knees into the chest. If it feels good to gently rock side to side here, feel free to do that. Extending and reaching. With my index finger, I take my big toes and bring the feet apart, drop the knees toward the armpits, and then gently rock. Happy baby. Rocking is always optional. You could also grab the instep or the outside of each foot. Coming back together, hugging the knees again, and releasing so that the soles of the feet are planted. Adjust your shoulders, and then we'll inhale. Right leg comes up, gently stretching and rotating the ankle. Make sure you go both ways. We'll hug the knee in, letting the breath flow always. And then we're going to extend, opening that leg up. You could also choose to keep the leg bent and just pull the knee out to the side. We're opening up the hip flexor. Breathing in and out to that space that we're inviting to open and release for us. And then cross the ankle over, walk that planted foot back, and then you'll reach through to grab the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin. Inhaling, exhaling. If you need a deeper stretch there, you can re-grip above that leg that's resting on the knee to the calf of the left leg. Releasing everything back down so that both feet are planted. Fully extend the legs and just notice the left side of the body and the right side of the body. Feel any sensations there. Inhale, left leg floats up, rotating the ankle, being sure to go both directions. Bending that knee in. Again, here you can extend the leg fully off to the side, or you can hold on to the knee. Opening up through the hip flexor, inviting release through the breath. And then bringing that knee back in to cross over the opposite knee with the ankle, walking that planted foot in and reaching through to grasp behind the right thigh or in front of the right shin. If you took the extension on the other side where you reached up to grasp behind the calf, attempt to do that on this side as well. So you can rest your shoulders back as you're stretching and reaching through the arms. Releasing down so that both feet are planted, and then elongate to notice the areas you've opened, any sensations through the legs. Extend the left arm, and you'll grasp the outside of the left knee with the right hand, rolling over onto the hip. If you can look over at the left hand while you're crossing the left knee across the body, you have a double twist in the spine, which is really great as long as your spine is in good condition. So always use your own discretion, understanding your own body's limits and capacities. So we'll repeat that on the other side, extending the right arm out and then grasping the right knee with the left hand to cross it over the body. Turning to look at the right hand if possible. If these movements are not possible in your body, you're feeling any kind of sharp pain, please do just avoid these movements. You can hug the knees into the chest again or simply lie still, rotating the ankles. Take any movements that make sense for you. Always modify any yoga instruction so that it's suitable for you. Finding our final resting pose, resting the hands on the belly, or you could stretch the arms out, down toward the hips with the palms facing up. The toes drop out to the sides to fully relax the ankles, feeling grounded through the feet. Allowing the calf muscles and knees to fully rest. The thighs and hips are relaxed. Allowing yourself to feel grounded, centered, and supported behind the lower back and soft through the pelvis and belly. Feeling the gentle rise and fall of the belly with the breath. Letting the chest open and release. Relaxing fully through the shoulders, maybe walking them down a little bit from the ears. Feeling relaxed through the elbows, wrists, and fingers. Noticing the length of the spine and the gentle curve of the back of your neck. And feeling that heavy, grounded support behind the head. Fully relaxing the scalp muscles and allowing the space between the eyebrows to release. Jaw is restful, lips gently parted. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Relaxing more deeply with every exhale. Finding some gentle movement in the legs, bringing the knees in to hug. Letting the ankles move around and just gently rocking side to side if that feels good. Inviting your sensations back to where you are. Grasping behind the thighs. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, push through your heels. So float back up to seated. Come back around to a nice tall seat. Hands coming to heart center. feeling joyful and grateful for your practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.